Ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm one Jin.
Today we're going to talk about Barry for the first time.
That's right.
We've been a long-time fan of the series. But now it's...
I mean, season 4 is airing at the moment, but I completely forgot that even Barry season 3 was out.
Yeah, I think that has to do with like... remember, like, Barry season 1 was in 2018, and season 2 was, I think, the following year. But for some reason, I'm guessing the pandemic, right? Barry season 3 came out, I think, last year. But I'm glad they did, because because the writing is just brilliant as ever. Like, I mean, what's his name? Bill Hader. He should get an Emmy.
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
Not just in terms of his acting, but also, like you said, the writing.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a room full of writers, but he's the one in charge. Like out of all the SNL alumni, like, he is the one that he's really good at mixing low comedy with high comedy. You know, that's the thing, though, because remember, like, a lot of the SNL like cast, when they come out like with a movie. I think the best one was that wedding shit with Kristen Wiig.
Oh, Bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Yeah, but the scary thing about Barry is it's reaching Breaking Bad levels here. Like the I hate to use this word, but the dramaturgy or whatever the fuck. Like in terms of as a human drama. And you can tell that Barry owes a lot to Tony Sopranos and Breaking Bad.
Oh, that's true. We can see that there's that inspiration. Yeah. And what always surprises me after watching Barry is that, like, after an episode is over, I then come to realize, oh yeah, this was a comedy show. Yeah. And it was so short. And with such short time, he manages to basically, like, outright many other shows out there.
No, and another thing is, like, there's a deeper theme going on here. You know, because in a lot of ways, this show is a critique towards Breaking Bad and Tony Sopranos. Because, you know, Barry is a lot like Tony Soprano and Walter White in the fact that he's kind of regretting his actions. But unlike those shows, he doesn't get any glory moments. Instead, it's a fucking human comedy where we get to see, you know, like, by season 3, let me ask you something, Wanjin. You have to agree that Barry is a piece of shit, right? Like,
yeah. And the moment that confirmed for me that Barry was a piece of shit was when he had that conversation in prison with NoHo Hank. Yeah. About
that's this season.
Like asking him a favor.
Yeah,
to what was it? What was the euphemism he used? Like,
take care.
Take care of
dog catcher. I need a dog catcher. You know, because if you think about it, Walter and Tony did that, but for some reason, whether it's because the show is longer and we get to be part of their lives more, we kind of like them, right? But I think our understanding, like, forgiveness for Barry ends at season 2. It's constantly tested. And, you know, in season 4, my hero is NoHo Hank because, like, he's like an evil version of Jesse, basically, I feel. Like, he doesn't have that qualm. He's like, I mean, yeah, he cries, but he at least knows what he is, unlike Barry. Yeah. You know? And a lot of the show is self-awareness, but a lot of them don't have it here, don't they? Just like Tony Soprano and Walter White.
Every single one of them. Like Sally, what's his name? Gene Cousineau, Barry. And all these dialogues are very smart. Was it season 3 where Sally has that, like outburst of anger towards, what's her name? Her former assistants?
Season 3.
Yeah, I think it was season 3. And she's like, you don't even have a child! And she says, like, neither do you, Sally.
Yeah. Like that, it's all too human.
Yeah.
It's all too human.
And what never fails me to make me laugh is, like, how, like, the cowardice of every character. Especially, what's his name?
Gene Cousineau?
No, well, him too, but
yeah. Barry's
godfather figure. What's his name?
I keep forgetting. Yeah, but he's the best character out of all.
Yeah, I mean, he was like ratting out to the FBI, and then he like changed his position as soon as he had, and then
like that's his whole arc through the whole season. Though he's always thinking about betrayal, but like as much as he can't admit it, he needs Barry emotionally too, but he can't admit it.
Yeah,
and
I love. I mean, the comedy I like about the show is like the little things. You know how he always like finds himself in some rural area, like with goats and stuff, and he's basically fit for that life. And then he sees that newspaper article, and then he just cannot let it go.
Yeah, but like all those things. That's why Barry is. I think he's like Bill Hader is a big fan of the old classics because, in a way, this is like tragic comedy version of Unforgivable. Remember with Gene Hackman and Clint Eastwood? That was a whole reverse of the whole Western trope, right?
Yeah.
But here, the strong, violent anti-hero trope is being broken down. Like even a side chick is like weird. Yeah. I mean, she's like a Camilla on steroids. Yeah, like because Camilla. Like, remember that big fight between Camilla and Tony Soprano in season 4?
Oh, over what?
Like the cheating, like Tony banging that Russian chick, and then the other Russian chick calls home, and then Camilla finally breaks and then she's like, "Fuck you, get out, divorce." No, but the funny thing is, Sally and Barry didn't have that scene yet, though.
Yeah,
they didn't have that ugly breakdown thing. But I also my favorite character in season 4 was our Wire veteran actor. What's his name? He's always appearing as cop, but like he can like interrogate you and make you speak German. That shit was funny. Like I like a lot of those things.
The father of Jim.
Yeah.
Was it Jim?
Yeah.
Jim Moss.
Yeah. But I love how Gene Cousineau is such a piece of shit narcissist. Yeah. Like
I love that that show he staged for the journalist.
I know, straight torture, son, like for himself. But no, but the show does well is like even though they do despicable things and they're cowards, they're also human.
Yeah,
because Gene Cousineau, as soon as he gets the money, he's generous to his enemies. So it is like a commentary on the human condition, though.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just as good as like situations allow us.
Good point.
Yeah.
And we see a lot of that theme throughout the show.
Yo, but me saying this is Breaking Bad on crack is I was going to mention this earlier, but time jump. I did not know they were going to time jump like 10 years.
Yeah, because, I at first thought maybe it was going to be like a dream or something.
Oh, okay.
But then in the latest episode, I now realize that this thing is like here to stay. I at first thought this was like a brief flash forward, just like what we saw in Better Call Saul. But no, it seems like this is here to stay.
Because Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul showed us like a good time jump can add dramatic energy. Because characters are seeing each other again for the like a first time again, and there's this new conflict. But this one was a huge jump out of nowhere.
Yeah, basically they have a kid who's like 10 years old or something.
7, I think, or 8, whatever the fuck. So like. The added fun is like finding out if NoHo Hank is still the boss of LA after his betrayal. That Cristobal scene was heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping they had just stayed in Santa Fe without all that sand business.
Yeah, but that theme goes well with the Barry's like Godfather theme too, because like these characters, they can't help themselves. Like even Barry, like the world like offers him peace, but. Like in a way, he's the one that's causing trouble for himself.
Oh, and another thing that made me like truly like crack up was that like that presentation by NoHo Hank and Cristobal. They're like motivational speakers.
Yeah, they're
like
brilliant.
they're like switching around, taking turns.
Yeah,
that thing was hilarious.
Yeah, and one thing we didn't talk about is Hank's like love towards Barry. What's that about? Right? That's kind of I feel like. I feel like NoHo Hank always felt like he was like Barry. But the difference between Barry and NoHo Hank is, I think NoHo Hank is just more self-aware.
Yeah.
And Barry being unable to realize that he's a bad person. Remember in season 2 when they were in the car and Barry was like, "Hey, Hank, do you think I'm a bad person?" And NoHo Hank's like, stares for 3 seconds. "Yeah! You're the most evil person I ever met. You're pure evil. What are you talking about?" Like, because that one was comedy, but it's funny because it's true. And I think what's gonna happen is Barry and Sally, them, you know, maybe Barry wanted this life, but Barry, like, wanting that life didn't take into account what, like, maybe Sally wanted or his future kid might want.
Yeah, we already see hints of future conflicts here.
Yeah. And another question we have going forward is whether Gene Cousineau killed his son, right? Whether that.
Yeah. And my guess is that he killed him, and then he's gonna somehow frame Barry, that Barry did it. Because, like,
wow, that's dark, man.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because we know he's already a narcissist, and he's already shown us that he's capable of fabricating the past to put himself into a favorable light. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think about that. Maybe that will happen. But I think the big confrontation that is coming will be Gene Cousineau versus Barry. And NoHo Hank too. If Barry's going to LA, he's going to want to take care of business. Because, you know, NoHo Hank tried to get Barry killed.
Yeah.
So that's something we can look forward to. I think they're going to surprise us with how NoHo Hank looks like now. Maybe he's going to have a wig. Because he's, like, remember, he's a homosexual gangster. And I can't help but mention The Wire, but I think he's going to be like opposite of what Omar is. Omar is calm and collected. Him being homosexual really has nothing to do with like you know. But here, I think he's gonna be like definitely over the top. And maybe we're gonna get like a John Wick style fight scene against NoHo Hank and NoHo Hank, the crime boss.
That would be Barry. Interesting. And you know, Barry, on that phone call in prison with NoHo Hank, he kind of he had a condescending tone towards NoHo Hank. But throughout season 3 and then season 4, we see that NoHo Hank he's not soft. He's very ruthless, and he's shown like examples of courage. And you like remember how he went to Bolivia all on his own to save him. He was almost like devoured by, I don't know, like a tiger or a lion. I don't know what that was, but he was there.
Yeah, that's a big difference between Barry and NoHo Hank, though. Like, Barry is, I think he's more emotionally broken than NoHo Hank in a way. You know, and like, I wonder if they're going to pay off those, like, him dreaming about his childhood shit. Like, I do wonder what that's about, though. Because this season has been really dark overall. Like, there's less comedy.
I mean, yeah, there is still comedy, but...
No, one more thing. Like, his godfather is probably the boss of the prison now.
Oh, that's right. Like, because we can tell that he's gained a lot of respect from not ratting on... Not ratting on Barry.
He's probably like an Aryan Brotherhood leader level. Here's a scenario. Barry goes back. He kills Gene Cousineau. He kills NoHo Hank. He ends up in jail, and maybe there will be like an old boy style fight scene in the jail too, against like his godfather and Barry, like a badass like prison, because he's gonna be like the prison boss.
I'm still failing to recall his name. What was it? He had the business card called
Hank?
Like Ken Goulet.
Yeah.
But what was his real name? I forgot. The Raven. What's his real name? Oh, Fuchs, that's right.
Yeah,
Fuchs. Monroe Fuchs, that's right. Monroe Fuchs.
Yeah, if Fuchs ends up being like the episode 8 badass villain, that'll be funny. That would be funny. Because he's probably still in jail for like... conspiracy to, like, those agents got killed, right?
Yeah.
And the prison guards think he has something to do with it. Like, at least conspiracy to murder. He's never leaving jail ever.
Killed federal agents.
Yeah, like 4 agents got shot.
Oh, and big props up to Fred Armisen making that appearance.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was hilarious. Like his, oh man.
Yeah.
The way he looked.
Yeah.
That anxious look. That was hilarious.
He's always a good addition. Another shout out to our favorite director Guillermo Toro for playing that fucking assassin. Maybe he's I guess he's like a big fan of Bill Hader or whatever. Yeah, making that.
I guess it's like wonderful. A joke.
Yeah, that was funny. But anyway, we look forward to the remaining 3 episodes. I mean, maybe the last one will be like 45 minutes again. Yeah,
I hope so, because a lot of shows we talk about on this channel, we sometimes say that, I mean, it's sometimes unnecessarily long, and sometimes they could just shorten it.
Yeah. And Barry has none of that problem.
Barry has none of that problem. And in fact, we actually there are episodes where I wish that it was longer.
Barry's almost meta. It's almost like a commentary on itself. Like, look at this genre. Look at these guys.
Yeah, and we earlier in the broadcast we talked about SNL Alumni, and we've seen a lot of TV shows written by these SNL comedians. For example, Brooklyn Nine-Nine by what's his name, Andy Samberg. But I think Barry is on like a whole new level.
I agree.
It's not just comedy. There's a lot of weight to this, and like you said, it's very meta. It's like a commentary on itself.
Anyway, let's give a number grade this episode 5.
Episode 5, I would give it like an 8. 8. I think in the previous episodes were a bit stronger. This episode was a bit loose, but it was very interesting to see some light on what's going through Sally's head. Yeah, there were some like messed up scenes.
Yeah, you mean the kissing scene?
Yeah, and the choking.
No, but I feel like she didn't cheat. She almost cheated, but she was kind of admonishing that fucker.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure what was going through her head in that moment.
Yeah, that was a weird psychology thing. But I think, like, she's conflicted with her loyalty to, like, she's a little, I don't know, because we do get some sad scenes with her and her kid, though, right? Like her inability to love the kid properly. And her unhappiness, and she gets jealous watching that Megan poster.
She's constantly like checking what's going on in the life of her former assistant.
But I like that though. I like that. I liked it when she didn't go like fuck him. She was in a way she was like expressing a little bit of self-hate and hate towards that guy. Like, you thought I was gonna fucking cheat on you, bitch. Fuck yeah, hell yeah, you're not gonna snitch, bitch. Cut your fucking balls off, like that energy. And you thought you were gonna fuck me, huh? And then, like right after, she's like watching the Jesus scene with the kid. No, but the funniest thing before we end, I'm gonna give it an 8 too. But when we open the fridge, there's a donut and a beer and a wine. Yeah, there's no solid food in the fucking fridge. I thought that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, and the donut's like half eaten too.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna give it a 8.5 actually. It was I love the time jump, and the ending was interesting. I feel like everything's gonna come together again. Yeah, we're gonna see the old faces again, and I hope it doesn't go too crazy though. I do want some resolution between NoHo Hank and Fuchs and Gene Cousineau, all that drama. Yeah, and I think Barry's gonna die at the end. He's gonna die.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I think he's gonna get a Cowboy Bebop style ending where he's about to die and we see this dream sequence, something along the line. Because it's getting weirder. It is getting weird with his visions and shit. Yeah. Every time he gets beat up, he sees those visions. I mean, he probably already has like post traumatic stress anyway
from the war.
Yeah. But anyway, that's our take on Barry season 4 up to now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll really continue. Love the series, and next week we're going to talk about episode 6. Thank you so much. This was
JoeJinMovieSoAwesome.
Blah, 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 blah. I was Joe.
I was Jin.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Press like, subscribe, or you will die. Press like or subscribe, or you will die. Press like, subscribe,